Most people think businesses fail because they run out of money or lose to competition. But that's not when most businesses fail. Most businesses are already dead before the first customer appears. They die in the planning, they die in false expectations, and they die because no one warns you what a real business actually requires. That's what we're going to talk about today. Most people imagine business failure as something dramatic. A company opens, struggles, and slowly collapses. But in reality, the failure usually happens much earlier. It happens in the way people think about business long before they ever start. The moment someone confuses an idea with a real business, the outcome is already at risk. It often begins with excitement. An idea feels powerful. Someone thinks, this could work, or people would definitely buy this. They imagine freedom, flexible schedules, and being their own boss. The idea feels so real that it already feels like progress. But an idea is not a business, and believing it is becomes the first silent mistake. Instead of asking how the business will actually make money, most people focus on how it will look. A logo, a name, a website, social media pages. It feels productive and safe. But it avoids the hardest questions: who will pay, why they will pay, and why they should choose you instead of anyone else. Many businesses fail right here, not because the idea was bad, but because no one ever checked if it solved a real problem. Another common mistake is believing passion will carry everything forward. Passion feels like fuel, but it burns fast. Motivation fades the moment things get uncomfortable, and business becomes uncomfortable very quickly. No customers, rejections, silence. If passion is the only engine, the business stalls the first time reality pushes back. There's also a dangerous belief that hard work automatically leads to success. People think if they work longer hours, sacrifice more, and push harder, results will come. But effort without direction only creates exhaustion. Many failed businesses didn't lack effort. They lacked a system. They were built around doing everything manually, emotionally, and personally. That's not a business. That's a stressful job you created for yourself. This is where many people fall into another trap. They confuse being busy with building something real. Answering emails, posting constantly, tweaking small details. It feels like progress. But activity without traction is just motion. A simple test reveals the truth. If you stop working for a day, does anything continue to function? If the answer is no, you don't have a business yet. You have self-employment with extra risk. Another reason businesses fail before they start is unrealistic expectations about money. Many people secretly believe the business should start paying them quickly. Bills don't stop just because you decided to start something new. Pressure builds. Decisions become rushed. Instead of building value, people chase shortcuts. When money becomes urgent too early, clarity disappears. Here's a truth that rarely gets said out loud. A business is not a lottery ticket. It's a machine that turns a specific problem into predictable value. And machines take time to build. Expecting fast success is like expecting a factory to produce on day one without testing, structure, or systems. Now let's talk about what actually works, especially for regular people without investors, connections, or large savings. The first smart move is starting smaller than your ego wants. Instead of asking how big the business can be, ask what is the smallest version that proves people will pay. One customer, one sale, one clear transaction. Proof matters more than scale. Many successful businesses started embarrassingly small, but they were real from the beginning. Another important shift is separating your identity from the business. A business failing does not mean you failed. Treat it like an experiment, not a judgment of your worth. This mindset keeps you flexible. When something doesn't work, you adjust instead of quitting. It's also critical to learn before trying to grow. Learn how customers think. Learn why they hesitate. Learn what confuses them. This kind of information is more valuable than money early on. Businesses built on assumptions are fragile. Businesses built on feedback adapt and survive. Simplicity is another underrated advantage. Simple offers, simple messaging, simple systems. Complexity feels professional, but simplicity survives. The easier it is to understand what you do and how you help, the faster people trust you. Consistency matters more than intensity. Anyone can work hard for a few weeks. Businesses that last are built by people who can show up calmly and repeatedly, even when nothing exciting is happening. Progress compounds quietly. And finally, understand this. The goal of starting a business is not instant freedom, it's leverage. Something that can grow beyond your direct effort over time. If every dollar depends on your constant attention, you haven't built a business yet. You've just changed jobs. Most businesses fail before they even start because people chase the idea of business instead of the reality of it. They fall in love with the outcome and ignore the process. But when you understand what business truly is, a system, a solution, and a long-term build, the odds shift dramatically. Starting a business isn't about being fearless. It's about being prepared. It's about clarity instead of excitement, patience instead of pressure, and structure instead of hope. When you start with the right mindset, your business doesn't need luck to survive. Your life is in your hands. It's time to act.